Over 4 decades have passed since Robin's Nest first graced our TV screens, bringing laughter and charm through the quirky tales of Robin's Little Restaurant and its unforgettable cast of characters. The actors who once brought these roles to life each went on their own unique journeys, both in their careers and personal lives, with fascinating stories behind the scenes. Let's take a nostalgic look back, from the fresh, youthful faces of the past to the remarkable milestones that shaped who they are today. A journey filled with memories, surprises, and timeless moments awaits. Richard O'Sullivan portrayed Robin Tripp in Robin's Nest at age 33, reprising the role from Man About the House. Robin is an affable, quick-witted chef whose easy charm is often offset by a streak of absent-mindedness. In this phase of his life, he takes the daring leap of opening a Fulham bistro with his girlfriend Vicky, bringing her father on as a reluctant investor. Robin's optimism drives the venture through culinary mishaps and comical misunderstandings. His knack for turning setbacks into opportunities a key to the show's humor. In a The Mummy-style twist, Robin could be the resourceful cook keeping an expedition alive in the desert, his quick improvisations fending off trouble as effectively as any weapon. In real life, O'Sullivan was born May 7, 1944, in Chiswick, London. Now 81 years old in 2025, he was a household name in 1970s to 1980s British sitcoms like Me and My Girl. His career slowed in the 1990s due to health issues, and he has since lived privately, away from the public eye. Tony Britton portrayed James Nichols at age 53, the impeccably dressed, tradition-minded father of Vicky. A retired businessman, James is skeptical of Robin's unconventional plans, but ultimately invests in the bistro, partly to safeguard his daughter's future, partly to keep a guiding hand in the venture. His measured authority and sharp wit often clash with Robin's easygoing ways, producing moments of both friction and reluctant respect. In a The Mummy-type reimagining, James would be the dignified patron funding an archaeological expedition, insisting on meticulous planning before any perilous journey. In real life, Britton was born June 9, 1924, in Birmingham. He enjoyed a 6-decade career spanning stage, film, and television, with notable roles in Don't Wait Up and The Day of the Jackal. He passed away on December 22, 2019, in London, aged 95, from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of refined performances and enduring charm. Tessa Wyatt played Vicky Nichols at age 29, infusing the role with warmth, poise, and a quietly assertive strength. Vicky is intelligent and composed, often the voice of reason when Robin's impulsive ideas threaten to spiral. She balances affection with firm practicality, steering the bistro's operations while navigating the tensions between Robin and her father, James. Her style and determination make her a central force, both in the kitchen and in their shared life. In a The Mummy-inspired imagining, Vicky might be the unshakable quartermaster, coordinating supplies and strategy under scorching desert suns, her calm focus keeping the team alive. In real life, Wyatt was born April 23, 1948 in Woking, Surrey. Now 77 years old in 2025, she remains known for a wide-ranging career in British television, including soap operas, stage performances, and guest appearances. She is remembered fondly for her elegance and professionalism, both on-screen and off. Duncan Lamont joined Robin's Nest at age 59, portraying Duncan Seymour, a character radiating confidence, worldliness, and a certain enigmatic charm. Seymour is the type who commands attention without raising his voice, relying on sharp instincts and a lifetime of experience to navigate tricky situations. His interactions carry a subtle undercurrent of authority, making him both respected and slightly intimidating. In a The Mummy-style scenario, Seymour could be the veteran archaeologist or expedition strategist, unflappable in the face of danger, offering sound advice while others panic. In real life, Lamont was born June 17, 1918, in Lisbon, Portugal, to Scottish parents. His prolific career encompassed roles in 5 Million Years to Earth, Arabesque, and numerous television dramas. Known for his versatility, he worked steadily in both adventure stories and character-driven narratives. Tragically, he died on December 19, 1978, aged 60, from a heart attack, bringing an abrupt end to a career admired for its professionalism and depth. Honor Blackman portrayed Marion Nichols in Robin's Nest at age 52, lending her refined elegance, intelligence, and a quiet but undeniable authority to the role. Marion is sophisticated yet approachable, the kind of woman who can hold her own in spirited debates with her husband James, while still offering warmth and support to her daughter Vicky and Robin. Her natural grace makes her a welcome presence at the bistro, often smoothing over social or business frictions with tact and humor. In a The Mummy-style imagining, she could be the expedition's poised patroness, coordinating logistics, calming quarrels, and making even the most perilous desert camp feel like a civilized salon. In real life, Blackman was born August 22, 1925, in Plaistow, London, and rose to international fame as Pussy Galore in Goldfinger, 1964, and as Kathy Gale in The Avengers. Her career spanned film, television, and theater, marked by strong, independent female characters. She passed away on April 5, 2020, aged 94, from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy as one of Britain's most iconic screen actresses. Barbara Murray joined Robin's Nest in 1979 at age 50, portraying the elegant, composed Marion Nichols, wife of James and mother to Vicky. Her presence brought a refined balance to the family, often tempering James's stubbornness with patience and wit. Marion moves with ease between sophistication and warmth, capable of handling both bistro mishaps and family disputes with grace. In a The Mummy-inspired adventure, she could be the diplomatic envoy, smoothing tensions with local leaders, her charm and tact preventing disaster. In real life, Murray was born September 27, 1929, in London. Her career began in post-war British cinema, including Passport to Pimlico, and she became a familiar face on television in The Planemakers and The Power Game. She passed away on May 20, 2014, aged 84, from natural causes, leaving behind a body of work celebrated for its elegance and depth of character. David Kelly portrayed Albert Riddle in Robin's Nest at age 48, playing the lovable, accident-prone dishwasher whose bumbling ways were matched only by his good heart. Albert is a man of simple pleasures, endlessly loyal to Robin and Vicky, though his attempts to help often cause more trouble than they solve, be it smashing plates, misunderstanding orders, or wandering into awkward situations. His charm lies in his guileless optimism, and in a The Mummy-style imagining, he could be the expedition's hapless camp hand, unwittingly setting off ancient traps, yet somehow surviving through sheer luck. In real life, Kelly was born July 11, 1929, in Dublin, Ireland. His wiry frame and expressive face made him instantly recognizable, with standout roles in Waking Ned Devine, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, 2005, and decades of stage work. He passed away on February 12, 2012, aged 82, after a short illness, remembered as one of Ireland's most endearing and versatile actors. Robert Gillespie portrayed Detective Sergeant Burke in Robin's Nest at age 44, crafting a character who combined procedural seriousness with subtle comedic timing. Burke is methodical, skeptical, and not easily swayed by charm or excuses, though his dry wit and occasional flashes of warmth make him more than just an authority figure. In the show's world, he serves as a grounded counterbalance to the surrounding chaos, often bringing situations back to reality. In a The Mummy-inspired retelling, Burke could be the pragmatic lawman chasing the heroes for breaking local regulations, only to reluctantly join forces with them when faced with undeniable supernatural threats. In real life, Gillespie was born November 9, 1933, in Lille, France, and is now 91 years old in 2025. His career has spanned theater, television, and film, with credits in Rising Damp, Keep It in the Family, and Survivors. Also a published author, he has chronicled his experiences in the acting world, admired for his versatility, professionalism, and longevity in the industry. Linda Hayden portrayed Jan in Robin's Nest, 1978, at the age of 25, bringing youthful charm and quick wit to the role. Jan was spirited, friendly, and resourceful, the sort of person who could lift the mood of a room simply by walking in. She often provided a fresh perspective amidst the comedic chaos of Robin, Vicky, and James, making her presence memorable despite a shorter run in the series. In a The Mummy-style reimagining, Jan would be the expedition's bright and determined linguist, capable of deciphering ancient inscriptions and negotiating with wary locals. Quick-thinking and courageous under pressure, she might be the one who spots the hidden mechanism in a temple wall or convinces a suspicious caravan leader to help the heroes. Beyond Robin's Nest, she built a career in British cinema and television, becoming particularly well known for her roles in horror films such as Taste the Blood of Dracula, 1970, and Madhouse, 1974, as well as the controversial Baby Love, 1968, which she filmed at just 15. Hayden balanced both glamour and grit on screen, often playing characters with more depth than their first impressions suggested. Her career slowed in later decades, but she remained a fondly remembered figure for fans of British cult cinema and television, admired for her beauty, poise, and range. Born January 19, 1953, Linda Hayden is 72 years old as of 2025. George Layton portrayed Vernon Potter in Robin's Nest at age 36, bringing sharp wit, quick thinking, and a slightly roguish charm to the role. Vernon is resourceful, talkative, and always on the lookout for opportunities, sometimes blurring the line between clever deal-making and self-interest. His schemes frequently complicate life for Robin, though his heart is usually in the right place. In a The Mummy-style retelling, Vernon could be the opportunistic trader or black market fixer who starts by profiting from the expedition's troubles, but ends up risking everything to save the group. In real life, Layton was born March 2, 1943 in Bradford, England, and is 82 years old in 2025. He has built a long career as both actor and writer, contributing scripts to beloved sitcoms like Robin's Nest, Doctor in the House, and It Ain't Half Hot Mum, cementing his status as a respected figure in British television comedy. Frank Gatliff portrayed Mr. Evans in Robin's Nest, 1977, when he was 49 years old, lending the role a mix of authority and dry wit. Mr. Evans was a dignified figure, often representing the older, more traditional viewpoint in the comedic clashes of the series. In a The Mummy-style reimagining, he might be the expedition's stern yet knowledgeable financier, a man who funds the adventure but insists on proper procedure and decorum even in the face of supernatural peril. His skepticism would make him slow to believe in ancient curses, until he witnesses one firsthand. Born December 31, 1927 in Melbourne, Australia, Frank Gatliff built a steady career in British television, appearing in shows such as Doctor Who, The Avengers, and Danger Man. His roles often capitalized on his commanding presence and precise diction. He passed away on June 23, 1990, at the age of 62, reportedly from cancer, ending a career marked by memorable supporting roles that gave weight and credibility to the productions he joined. Derek Seaton portrayed Constable Brown in Robin's Nest, 1977, at the age of 33, bringing a youthful energy and a touch of eager formality to the role. Constable Brown was the kind of police officer who followed the rules by the book, occasionally getting tangled in the show's comedic misunderstandings. In a The Mummy adventure, he might be the well-meaning local constable roped into guarding an excavation site, only to find himself face-to-face with undead guardians. Born October 1st, 1943, Seaton was a talented actor whose career was tragically short. He appeared in various British television series, including Doctor Who, The Deadly Assassin, Z-Cars, and Softly Softly. He died on September 2, 1979, at the age of just 35, reportedly from a brain hemorrhage, leaving behind the sense of unfulfilled potential and the memory of a gifted performer taken far too soon. Patsy Rowlands portrayed Edna in Robin's Nest, 1981, when she was 50, bringing her signature comedic warmth and impeccable timing. Edna was the dependable, no-nonsense presence, often delivering dry one-liners and grounding the scene with her relatable reactions. In a The Mummy-inspired adventure, Edna might become the expedition's seasoned camp organizer, the one who ensures everyone is fed, clothed, and kept alive in the desert, all while dispensing withering commentary about the folly of chasing ancient curses. Born January 19, 1931, she enjoyed a prolific career on stage and screen, especially beloved for her appearances in the Carry On films, where she became a staple of British comedy. She also appeared in television series such as Bless This House and The Benny Hill Show. Patsy Rowlands passed away on January 22, 2005, just 3 days after her 74th birthday, from breast cancer. Her death marked the loss of a gifted comedic actress whose understated delivery and relatable characters made her a favorite with audiences for decades. Derek Deadman portrayed Damien Fuchs in Robin's Nest, 1977, at the age of 37, infusing the role with an offbeat charm and unpredictability. Damien was a slightly eccentric presence whose odd remarks and unconventional problem-solving added a unique flavor to the show's comedy. In a The Mummy-type retelling, Damien could be the quirky quartermaster of the expedition, a man whose tent is filled with mismatched artifacts, dusty maps, and peculiar tools. His rambling stories, often dismissed as nonsense, might suddenly contain the vital clue needed to survive a cursed labyrinth. Born March 11, 1940, in Fulham, London, Deadman built a distinguished career as a character actor, appearing in Time Bandits, 1981, Brazil, 1985, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, 1991, and as Tom the Barman in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, 2001. He also guest-starred in Doctor Who and many other British TV staples. Known for his open, expressive face and the ease with which he inhabited eccentric supporting roles, he became one of Britain's most reliable screen presences. Derek Deadman died on November 22, 2014, at the age of 74, from complications related to diabetes, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances that still delight fans today. Harry Littlewood appeared as a customer in Robin's Nest, 1977, when he was 56, in a scene that might have lasted only moments, but still carried a touch of lived-in authenticity. His presence helped populate the bustling, slightly chaotic atmosphere of the show's restaurant setting, lending the world a sense of realism. In a The Mummy reimagining, this seemingly ordinary customer could be transformed into a weathered explorer, seated quietly in the corner with a battered satchel at his feet, who overhears the hero's plans and leans in just long enough to mutter a warning about the desert that swallows men whole before slipping away into the Cairo night. Born May 23, 1921 in Manchester, England, Littlewood worked steadily in British television for decades, appearing in series such as Coronation Street, Z-Cars, and The Liverbirds. His understated style made him a reliable character actor, the kind whose work may not have been flashy, but was essential in creating believable worlds. He died on December 26, 2003 at the age of 82, having quietly contributed to the fabric of British entertainment for over 40 years. Michael Angelis portrayed Niarchos in Robin's Nest, 1977, when he was 33, imbuing the role with his signature warmth and a slightly roguish charm. Niarchos was a lively character who often added a spark of unpredictability to the proceedings. In a The Mummy-inspired retelling, Niarchos might be the adventurous smuggler who reluctantly joins the expedition, driven by the promise of treasure, but ultimately proving loyal when danger strikes. Born April 29, 1944 in Liverpool, Angelis became a household name in Britain for his work in Boys from the Black Stuff, and as the narrator of Thomas and Friends from 1991 to 2012, endearing himself to generations of children. He also had a strong stage and television career, working in comedies, dramas, and voice acting. Michael Angelis passed away on May 30, 2020, at the age of 76, from a sudden heart attack, leaving behind a legacy that combined gritty realism with gentle, comforting storytelling. Damaris Hayman portrayed the Lady Magistrate in Robin's Nest, 1979, at the age of 50, bringing a performance that was at once commanding and charming. Her Lady Magistrate exuded an old-world authority that could silence a room with a glance, yet carried a twinkle in her eye that hinted at wit beneath the formal robes. In a The Mummy-style adventure, she might serve as the colonial-era judge tasked with issuing excavation permits for a desert dig site, initially skeptical of the hero's quest. But when the sands themselves begin to stir and ancient curses seep into the modern world, she would prove to be an unlikely ally, resourceful, unshakable, and capable of reciting arcane legal rights that hold supernatural sway. Born June 16, 1929 in Kensington, London, Hayman built a career on roles that combined eccentricity with elegance. She is fondly remembered for her turn as Miss Hawthorne in Doctor Who's The Damons, 1971, a role that cemented her status as a fan favorite. Over decades in television, stage, and film, she often played quirky aristocrats, village eccentrics, and sharp-tongued authority figures, leaving an indelible mark on British comedy and drama alike. She passed away on June 3, 2021, aged 91, just shy of her 92nd birthday, leaving behind a legacy of performances that were as memorable as they were nuanced. Jeffrey Whitehead portrayed Anthony in Robin's Nest, 1977, at the age of 38, bringing his trademark dry wit and perfectly measured delivery to the role. Anthony was urbane, reserved, and capable of delivering a cutting remark without so much as lifting an eyebrow. In a The Mummy-style adventure, he might play the skeptical museum curator who insists there is no such thing as ancient curses, right up until the first sarcophagus bursts open. Faced with undeniable proof, his dry humor would remain intact, perhaps muttering about revised opening hours while packing a revolver. Born October 1, 1939 in Sheffield, England, Whitehead has enjoyed a prolific career spanning stage, film, and television, appearing in everything from Z-Cars to Still Open All Hours. Known for his precision with dialogue and understated authority, he remains active well into his 80s. Today, in 2025, he is 85 years old, a veteran performer still in demand for roles that require equal parts intelligence and comic timing. Judy Lowe played Sarah in Robin's Nest, 1977, at the age of 30, delivering a performance that blended intelligence, warmth, and a composed presence. Sarah's character brought an undercurrent of stability and emotional grounding to the show's often humorous or chaotic moments. In a The Mummy-inspired adventure, she might be reimagined as the team's medic or scholarly archivist, meticulously cataloging ancient finds and offering a calm, rational voice when fear threatens to overwhelm the group. Her courage would manifest not in flashy heroics, but in steadfast loyalty, remaining at a wounded comrade's side or deciphering an ancient map while danger closed in. Born March 6, 1947 in Urmston, Lancashire, Judy Lowe built a diverse career in television, with credits including Ace of Wands, General Hospital, Inspector Morse, and numerous theater roles. Off-screen, she was admired for her grace, professionalism, and quiet strength, qualities she passed on to her daughter, actress Kate Beckinsale. Her work spanned both drama and light entertainment, and she maintained a steady presence on British screens for decades. On July 15, 2025, she died at the age of 78 after a private illness, leaving behind a legacy defined by integrity, versatility, and a deep connection to her craft. Frances Bennett appeared as Sheila Charlton in Robin's Nest, 1978, when she was 47, delivering a performance marked by warmth and poise. Sheila Charlton was a supportive presence, offering a contrast to the more eccentric personalities around her. In The Mummy reimagining, she could easily transform into the innkeeper in a remote desert outpost, the one who knows far more about the lost city than she initially admits, her quiet warnings hinting at long-buried dangers. Born December 22, 1930, Bennett worked across British television and theater, with a gift for playing characters who balanced kindness with quiet strength. While not as high profile as some of her contemporaries, she was respected for her craft and professionalism. She passed away on March 5, 2014, aged 83, after a long illness, leaving behind a career that, while understated, contributed to the depth and realism of many productions. Liz Fraser played Vera in Robin's Nest, 1978, at the age of 48, infusing the role with the same effervescent charm that made her one of Britain's most beloved comedic actresses. Vera was vivacious, a little cheeky, and utterly memorable. In The Mummy-style story, she might be cast as the glamorous yet streetwise adventurer, flirtatious but resourceful, who can talk her way past armed guards and charm information out of reluctant locals, all while hiding a pistol in her handbag. Born August 14, 1930 in London, Fraser rose to fame in the Carry On films, where her comedic timing and bright personality became her trademarks. She enjoyed a varied career on stage, television, and in film, and was admired for her ability to move between light comedy and more grounded roles. She died on September 6, 2018, aged 88, from complications following an operation, her passing marking the end of an era for fans of classic British comedy. Who is your favorite character from Robin's Nest? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.